The Hash It Out Show is brought to you by Boyd's ATA Black Belt Academy in Marrero, Louisiana. Barreto Home Solutions. Bayou Audio and Video. Hot Works on the North Shore. JFK Martial Arts in Mandeville and Covington. Lil Dizzy's Cafe. Kuman of Gretna. HBP Construction and Consulting. Moe's Pizza. Bucks Snow Whiz. CC's Children Blocks. The Pierre Family in Lafayette, Louisiana. Leo Auto Glass. The Juber Family in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Dat Kitchen Restaurant in Chalmette, Louisiana. CoSource Financial Group.
Hands up, hands up, hands up. If you winning and you don't give a fuck about a hater, tell them move. Move, move, move. Cause I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning. 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 Hands up, hands up, hands up. If you winning and you don't give a fuck about a hater, tell them move. Move, move, move. Cause I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning. I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning. I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning. I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a special edition of the Hash It Out Show. I'm your host, JB, the sports guy. Yeah, I'm a little bit better. I'm getting there, everybody, but I'm here. Tonight, we recap the first round of the girls LHSAA playoff basketball, and then we preview the second round. So as you see, I got the crew here with me. There's VK Jones. What's up, VK Jones? How you doing, man?
Hey, what's going on, JB? Glad you starting to feel better and everything, and hope you're all the way better on the other side. But I know you're getting there. Like, tag, share, subscribe to the Hash It Out Show, all social media platforms. We're on Twitter. We're on X. We're on Facebook and Instagram, and on YouTube on JB the Sports Guys YouTube page. We got a big, busy week. We got with potentially 3 live streams and also 3 shows. So hope y'all tune in and continue to support the Hash It Out Show.
There's Coach Nunnery right there saying, "Let's go, Booker T. Washington." The game you did with Coach Nunnery, VK Jones on Thursday. Our guy Jordan Taylor's in the building. What's up, JT, man? What's going on? We got the one and only George Peppers. What's up, GP?
I know, what's up, JB? VK, I know why JB's are ailing with that throat. That's what happens when you yell at the United States hockey team winning gold today against Canada. I think, a little too much excitement there. No, but it was a great day. It's a great.
wish.
No, huh? It was a great day, though. You saw the Terminator today. Connor Hellebuck did his thing. It was a great night. And where was I with all this pageantry working? Missed it. Well, this is one of those, where were you when it happened? And my crazy self was at work today. It's all right, though, but I'm with you guys, and we're going to have a good show. Of course, we're talking about, round 1 of the playoffs. And we'll look ahead to round 2. And then, VK, you mentioned, JB and I talked earlier this afternoon when I got home. He was telling me that it's going to be a pretty busy week, and I was explaining to him what was going on. So hopefully I can, like I said, I'm at the mercy of things tomorrow. Hopefully I can make the game we're talking about tomorrow, and you'll mention that in a few minutes here. We will be tomorrow for round 2 for live streaming. It's the first of, like you guys said, we loaded this week.
So our guy
Absolutely.
from Crescent City boys look like they may make the playoffs. Our guy Dwight McGee said what's up on Instagram. So
Yes,
I
sir.
typed it back saying what's up Dwight, man. So
Gotcha.
that's our guy Dwight McGee, baby.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, guys. So we got a lot to get into. All the first round, going through it just a little bit, then previewing what's going to happen in the second round and who we think will win the second round games, except the game that we have tomorrow, and we'll announce that in a little bit. But let's get started, and let me get it up. We're gonna start with Division 4 and work our way up. Division 4 non-select. Let me get it up right quick. All right, there we have it. Cool. So Division 4 non-select. Delhi, 16 seed, lost to 17. Jonesboro Hodge, 59-52. 9 seed Franklin defeated 24 Brazil, 66-29. 8 White Castle defeated 25 Ringgold, 70-52. 5 seed East Feliciana defeated 28 Lakeview, 38-20. 12 Generette defeated 21 Faraday, 76-65. 13 Logan Sport, oh man, all over 20 LaSalle, 81-23. South Plaquemines loses to 19 Plain Dillon, and Plain Dillon had to travel 7 hours from where they are located to get to South Plaquemines, 42-27, big time win. Homer, the 22 seed, defeat Vornado, 36-25. Lake Arthur, 6 seed, defeats Oberlin, 62-21. Mangum over Wells, 57-42. Grand Lake over North Central, 40-30. And East Beauregard over Northeast, 71-42. In Division 4 non-select, VK, anything surprises you?
Uh, I don't think there's not too many. I ain't gonna lie. I think what North East Beauregard did was big, man. I mean, even matchup more than anything else. But East Beauregard really took charge and handled business more than anything else, and a huge road win for them. I think that's by far the big surprise, and I could say there's a lot of one-sided games in this first round, especially in this division.
Peppers, any surprises to you in the first round of Division 4 non-select?
I mean, the first one you look at based on seed, Homer, the 22 seed going into the 11th seed and winning the way they did. That's on seed based on that. Yeah, and then VK, you mentioned Northie, the 18 over the 15, East Beauregard, and losing the way they did. That's another one that's a surprise. I mean, admittedly, I don't, you know, just looking at this bracket, just trying to really scratch together. I'll say this though: there's a pretty sweet second round matchup in that bracket that I hope we get a chance to talk about here in a few short minutes.
Okay. Tell you what though, I gotta give Plain Dealing a lot of credit of traveling 7
7
hours.
hours.
7 hours.
They're way in the northern quadrant of the state,
Yeah.
and they go to Buras and do that.
Yes. And I gotta
Hmm.
give them a lot of credit. 7 hours. And they went right back. There was no hotel. It was we driving right there. We take care of business. We coming right back up. So a total of 14 hours of driving, but you played for about an hour and a half, and you probably didn't leave till like about a 45 minutes after the game, probably. So I have to give Plain Dealing a lot of credit for that one, man. And a double-digit victory over South Plaquemines. Big time win for Plain Dealing. All right, let's get into the second round matchup for Division 4 non-select. The 1 seed Midland will host 17 Jerry Jonesboro Hodge. Number 9 Franklin will host 8 White Castle. Number 5 East Feliciana will host 12 Generette. Number 13 Logan Sport coming down to play 4 seed West St. John. Number 3, Arcadia will host 19 Plain Dealing. Number 6, Lake Arthur will host 22 Homer. Number 7, Mangum will host 10 Grand Lake. And number 18, East Beauregard going down to play number 2, Maryville. Which matchup intrigues you the most in Division 4 non-select, VK?
I think the most intriguing matchup is Franklin and White Castle. There is no doubt in my mind. These are two even squads, and not just that. I don't know if they're in the same district, but they're not that far down the road. So it's going to be a great ball game between those two teams, and one of the two will advance in the quarterfinals going forward, and the winner will, if number one Midland survives, that's who they will travel to in the quarterfinals.
What about you, George Peppers?
I like Logansport West St. John, 13v4. I mean, West St. John is the favorite in that game, but Logansport did what they were supposed to in round one. Now they understand the task in front of them to get to the state quarters. They got to go to Edgard and do business down there. I think this is another matchup besides that one is East Feliciana and Jeanneret. I think that's another intriguing matchup. But for me, if I had to pick one, 13-4, Logansport West St. John.
Okay, understood. I tell you what, for me, it's 22 seed Homer and Lake Arthur. You know, Homer, one of the lower seeds left in here. Can they go to Lake Arthur and get it done? We shall see. But let's go ahead and pick who we think will win the matchups here in Division 4 non-select. And we just starting. We got to go from Division 4 non-select all the way to Division 1 select. So, BK, who you got? Midland, the 1 seed, or Jonesboro Hodge, the 17 seed?
I'm gonna go with Midland. Moving on to the quarters.
BK, George Peppers. Peppers.
I'll take Midland as well. I think Midland handles business and punches their ticket to the Elite Eight.
Give me Midland as well. All right, 9 Franklin at 8 White Castle. VK.
Big time toss up in this game. Big time toss up. Anybody could win this ball game. It's going to definitely come down to the wire. I'm going to give it a slight edge to the Lady Bulldogs because of the experience of that program. Franklin's girls, they're really starting to come up. Very improved program. Anybody can win this game, but I'm going to lean towards the Lady Bulldogs of White Castle.
All right, you got White Castle. You got Peppers.
Leaning to the home side as well, White Castle, but close. I think this is, like you say, VK, very toss up kind of game right here. Right? It's 9-8. So, yeah, you expect that. But I'm going to take White Castle to win this.
Give me White Castle as well with the win. All right, 5 seed East Feliciana versus 12 seed Jeanneret. VK, who you got?
East Feliciana, I think they'll get it done. I think Generate will give we'll give a real good fight early. So I think East Feliciana will settle down and they'll get it done.
George Peppers.
Too much depth. East Feliciana, I think, gets it done. But Jeanneret, like you say, BK, will give him a little bit of a push. But I think East Feliciana overwhelms them at some point and gets away late.
Give me East Feliciana as well. Number 13, Logansport, traveling to number 4, West St. John. VK.
I'll tell you one thing, man. That's going to be this game. I think Logansport is going to be ready to play. I think it'll be interesting for a half, but I think West St. John settles down and they handle business in the second half. Give me the Rams, the Lady Rams, moving on to the quarterfinals, and I think that's going to be a very interesting quarterfinal if it happens between East Feliciana and West St. John. That could be something we might have to put on a quarterfinal list.
Peppers, who you got?
I would say the difference could be travel, but plain dealing's going to throw that theory out the window. But in this particular game, boy, these two teams just can't avoid each other, can they, in sports? I think this is a closer game than most may think. But I'm going to go with the Rams. Give me West St. John.
Tell you what, it may be a closer game than most people think, but give me West St. John. I think India Williams for West St. John may be a little bit too much to handle. I think she has a big night against Logansport. Give me West St. John. Let's go to the bottom of the bracket. Number 3, Arcadia hosted 19 Plain Dealing. VK.
I'm gonna go with Plain Dealing. I think they're gonna be ready to go, ready to play again, but I think Acadia is gonna be a little bit too much. Give me Acadia.
Peppers.
How far is Plain Dealing to Arcadia?
Mm.
I want to say it's what 3 hours? No, it's not that long. No,
No, I think it's closer. It's
yeah, it's
definitely
closer. I'll say this: the short turnaround, the wheel back into round two against the playoffs, yes, but 14 hours on a bus, you
It's
win the
actually
game.
it's actually 1 hour.
1 hour, okay.
Yeah.
So this will feel like a next door, going right next door as compared to round one. Nevertheless, I think Arcadia is going to overwhelm them. They're just too much. I think Arcadia pushes through.
Yeah, give me Arcadia as well. I think Arcadia is a little bit too much for Plain Dealing. Homer 22 against number 6, Lake Arthur VK.
uh that I think home is gonna be ready to play. That's an interesting game you pointed out. Um I think it's close throughout the ball game, but Lake Arthur has a big full quarter, gets it done. Give me Lake Arthur.
Peppers.
You know, the Pelicans are not going to disgrace, but yeah, so yeah, I think, see, it looks like form's going to hold the way we're picking. No upsets have been picked yet for many of us. It won't be here. I'll take Lake Arthur as well.
Give me Lake Arthur as well. We got number 7, Mangum hosting 10 Grand Lake VK.
That game, I think this game gonna go to the wire all the way to the end. But Mangum gets it done.
Peppers.
All is right with the world, VK. Got it right. Said it right. Oh boy. But no, all love and aside, but I'm gonna go with the Dragons as well. I think this is a very enticing matchup though. But I think the Dragons push through with a fourth quarter spurt to get it done.
I got Mangum going to the semis, and I actually got them in the championship game. Give me Mangum with the win, and then East Beauregard traveling to Maryville. Is this an upset that can happen, VK?
I think East Beauregard will give Maryville a scare, but I think Maryville pulls away and gets the win. Maryville.
Peppers.
No, no upset. Give me Maryville.
Give me Maryville as well. And now let's move to Division 4 select, everybody. All right. Highland Baptist, big time win over Ascension Episcopal. Ascension Catholic, big time over Ascension Christian. Central Catholic, 12 seed, goes down to 21 seed St. Mary's. Opelousas Catholic over St. Frederick. St. Martin's, big time win over St. John. Westminster escapes 22 seed Hanson Memorial. 10 Central Private over 23 Riverside. And 15 Pickering, big time win over Catholic Point Coupee. Anything surprise you off on VK first?
Mm, I'm gonna definitely say Westminster Christian just getting by Hanson Memorial. That really surprised me there. Hanson Memorial really gave it all they had and had chances to get a big steal, get a big win on the road. So I think that was the surprise right there of Hanson Memorial, 22 seed, really giving Westminster Christian a lot of hell in that first round.
Peppers, any surprises for you?
I mean, if you're gonna go based on seed, St. Mary's over Central Catholic, but looks like form held pretty well in this first round, except for St. Mary's knocking off Central Catholic the way, and in demonstrative fashion too, winning by 13 points. You know, that's a pretty eye-opening kind of a win. But other than that, form pretty much held. Yeah, I get Westminster escaping Hanson. That's a good analogy there, but really, JB, form held pretty well.
All right. Let's go through the second round lineup now for Division 4 select. Number 1, Southern Lab. They will host 16 Highland Baptists. Number 9, Ascension Catholic will play number 8, Sacred Heart. Number 5, St. Edmunds hosts 21 St. Mary's. Number 4, Cedar Creek hosts 13 Opelousas Catholic. Number 3, Washita Christian will host 14 St. Martin's. Number 6, Lewis McGee will host number 11 Westminster Christian. Number 7, Vermilion Catholic will host 10, Central Private. And J.S. Clark will host 15, Pickering. What intrigues you the most out of these, VK?
Well, looking at all these matchups here, I think what's going to be intriguing is the 8-9 once again. Ascension Catholic and Sacred Heart, two evenly matched teams. This could go down to the wire, and the winner of that game will go against the defending state champions, most likely in the quarterfinals. So I think these are two very, very good teams that's gonna really go at it. So it's 8-9 Central Christian, Central Catholic versus Sacred Heart.
Peppers.
Most intriguing is I think 11-6 Westminster Christian at Louise McGee.
Yeah.
Uh, Only on that reasoning, my reasoning is that to VK's point earlier, Westminster Christian escaping Hanson in that fashion at home. I think this is one of those. It's like, okay, if Westminster goes to Louise McGee and struggles like that, that game will be over before they tip. But that's for me, it's the most intriguing matchup because I think Westminster Christian will do better, will play a better game than they did round one. Will it be enough to win? Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Okay. Let's start let's start our picks for Division 4 Select. First one, Southern Lab versus Highland Baptist, VK. 1 versus
So
the 16,
Southern Lab on to the quarters.
Peppers.
Okay, I'm not gonna be melodramatic. Give me the Lady Kittens as well. Southern Lab on their way to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, yeah. We all are in agreement. Southern Lab on the way to the quarterfinals. Ascension Catholic versus Sacred Heart, VK.
Another coin toss game right there. That's how close this game is gonna be. Comes down to the wire, but I'm gonna go with the road team this time. Ascension Catholic goes to the quarters.
All right, Peppers.
Lesson number one: what VK picks, pick the other side. I'll take Sacred Heart. I'm kidding.
Are you still going with Sacred Heart?
Oh yeah, I am. I look, it's
Okay.
a 50-50 game. I think this is a single digit game. 8-9, as far as margin of victory, I think the winner of this game is they're gonna earn it and it's gonna be really close. But I'm gonna go with the home team. I think they eke out this win.
I'm going with the road team as well. Ascension Catholic goes on the road again to get the win at Sacred Heart. All right, 5 seed St. Edmunds at 21 St. Mary's, VK.
St. Edmunds gets it done.
Peppers.
Agree. I mean, in basketball, the higher seeds don't have the staying power. The lower seeds, excuse me, don't have the staying power to move to. I think a quick turnaround. St. Edmunds gets it done.
Give me St. Edmunds as well. 13 seed Opelousas Catholic going to 4 Cedar Creek, VK.
Cedar Creek, I think Cedar Creek gets it done. Opelousas be ready to play, but I think Cedar Creek's experience is going to be too much.
Peppers.
Give me Cedar Creek as well. I think they win this by double digits.
Give me the defending state runner-up, Cedar Creek. I think they win this, but I think it's interesting early on in that ball game. 3 seed Washita Christian hosting St. Martin's. Long drive for St. Martin's, VK.
Nice run for St. Martin's this season, getting back to the fold as a good girls basketball program. They was really good in the 90s and 2000s a bit, but for them to make a comeback this year and get a playoff one, that's huge. I think they'll be ready to play, but I think Washita Christian, it's just too much depth, especially with and I think he is still the head coach over there, what a former quarterback for the San Diego Chargers, if you remember.
Stan Humphreys?
Yes, Stan Humphreys, who is the head coach at Washita Christian Girls. So if he's still there, he's got a good program over there. He's done a real good job. So I got Washita Christian.
Peppers.
I'm gonna go. Look, I think this is a road trip that's gonna be too much for the Saints to get through. Give me the Lady Eagles and Washington Christian pushing to the next round.
I think this is going to be a close ball game. I really do. I think it's closer than what people think, but I think Washita Christian Lady Eagles gets it done in the fourth quarter. Give me Washita Christian. All right. 11 Westminster Christian going to 6 seed Lewis McGee, VK.
Louise McGee.
I think what Yes, Louise McGee. That's it. I think where it's looking right now, like Westminster Christian just getting by. They have to play better more than anything else. But I think Louise McGee's tough schedule is going to prove a lot in this game. I don't think this game is close. Give me Louise McGee.
Peppers.
Give me Louise McGee. They've slayed some big. They've run with some big fish this year. I think that's the reason they're the sixth seed, and here's where they show it off, and they knock off Westminster Christian, especially if Westminster comes out flat-footed. They will blow them out if they do.
Yeah, I'm with y'all. I think McGee is they win big. Give me McGee. 7 Vermilion Catholic versus 10 Central Private VK.
I think that game is really, really close. Comes down to the wire and everything. Vermilion Catholic by this much.
Peppers.
I'll go with the home side as well. Vermilion Catholic pushes through into the next phase. Close game, but I think they eke it out.
Yeah, I hear y'all. I hear y'all. I'm going with y'all too. Vermilion Catholic. All right, last one. Pickering going to JS Clark VK.
I think JS Clark, it's going to be way too much, and it's amazing how they're continuing to thrive despite the coach moving on from last season, who coached the boys and the girls. So man, I think they have done a great job maintaining things, especially out there in Opelousas. So Joseph S. Clark moves on to the quarters.
Peppers.
I'll go with JS Clark too. I think there's too much there. Two seed, there. It would be a massive disappointment if they go out right now. Give me JS Clark to knock off Pickering.
Yeah, give me JS Clark as well because I have them in the championship game. So give me JS Clark. Let's go to Division 3 non-select everybody as we move along. And let's go back over the first round games right quick. 16 Berwick. Oh man. 34-point loss to 17 Vidalia. Number 9 Union Parish. VK. We said this would be a very close game. We said this
It
against St.
was.
Helena, and Union Parish escaped by 1 point. 8C Richwood, big win over 25 St. James. Number 5 Ville Platte, big win over 28 Northwestern. Number 12 Doyle, big time win over Caldwell Parish. Defending state champs Oakdale, big win over Avoyelles. Pine and Prime Prairie, 87-75, high scoring game. Church Point, 1 point win over Kinder. Gina, big win over Kaplan. Mansfield, big win over Donaldsonville. Red River, big over Manny. And Winfield, a close ball game against Rayville, gets the win. Any surprises, VK?
I could definitely say the surprise to me was the Vidalia big win, winning by 34 on the road. I mean, wow. I thought this game was going to be closer than it was and everything, and I thought maybe Berg might pull it out, but man, Vidalia just didn't play no games and didn't take no prisoners. So they did what they're supposed to, not just did what they're supposed to do, but wouldn't be surprised the game might have been close a little early, and then all of a sudden Vidalia might have went on one of them huge runs, and it just did not stop. So it happens sometimes, but I think the margin of victory is really, really shocking. Vidalia really proving that they're the better team.
Peppers.
I mean, by default, it's Berwick Vidalia. I mean, 17-16's very rare that you get that kind of beatdown in that kind of a matchup in any sport. It happened here. I think that by default, JB, I'm with VK here. I think this game, because of the margin, 34 points on the road, long road trip too. By the way, Vidalia coming from Central Louisiana, Berwick is not exactly around the corner. With the Lady Vikings doing what they did, that not that they won, but the 34-point margin of victory by default tells me that's the right answer that VK gave.
Okay. So let's go through the second round matchups right now. We have number 1 seed French Settlement hosting 17 Vidalia. You have
Okay.
9 Union Parish hosting 8 Richwood. 5 Ville Platte hosting 12 Doyle. 13 Oakdale at 4 Springfield. 3 Westlake hosting 14 Pine. 6 Gina hosting 11 Church Point. 7 Mansfield hosting 10 Red River. And 15 Winfield traveling to number 2 Oak Grove. Um, what intrigues you, VK, in the second round?
Looking at the second round here, all these matchups in this second round, and I think what's going to be more interesting in a little bit, and it's going to be Mansfield Red River. I think that is going to be a really, really, really good matchup. I think either team can win that ball game, and somebody's going to get a trip to the quarters.
George Peppers.
Isn't Oakdale our reigning state champions in this division?
That's correct.
For me, by default, it's them at Springfield. Springfield having a tremendous season. Now they get the state champions coming to their gymnasium to push their way into the last eight. I think that for me is the most intriguing matchup that I'm looking for. I would be looking forward to.
All right. Let's get into it now, everybody. Let's get to our picks right quick. We're going to start with the number 1 seed, French Settlement, hosting number 17, Vidalia VK.
Well, Vidalia, I think, is going to give French Settlement a lot of trouble. And I think this game is going to be closer than the experts think. But I think French Settlement has a big fourth quarter, and some way, somehow, they'll pull away and get it done. French Settlement to the quarters.
Peppers.
French Settlement. I think they get it done. I see when you go with the Lady Vikings, but I think French Settlement is the 1 seed. I think they need to start making statements. And here's one, to maybe announce themselves a little bit. I think French Settlement handles business here.
It's crazy because VK says it's going to be close. Peppers says French Settlement needs to announce themselves. I disagree with both of y'all. I think French Settlement is known, and I think they win this game big. And I think it's too much Stella Allison for Vidalia. I don't think they'll be able to stop Stella Allison. Stella got the handle. Stella can shoot the ball. Stella can find the open player. Too much Stella Allison. I got French Settlement big. All right, Union Parish, Richwood. Who you got, VK Jones?
Richwood and
Union Parish.
Close ball game right here. It's gonna come down to the wire. I got Richwood, the Lady Rams, moving on to the quarters.
George Peppers.
We'll go with the home team as well. I think Union Parish needs to kind of up their game a little bit here, but I think Richwood, handles business. That defensive in round 1, only giving up 14 points. That's pretty sterling. Give me Richwood.
Give me Richwood as well, defeating Union Parish. Ville Platte hosting 12 Doyle, VK Jones. VK Jones?
Oh, I'm sorry. I had to cut the mic because I had some noise. I'm here. You hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
All right, good. I think Doyle will make it interesting early, but I think Ville Platte will settle down. I think Ville Platte will get it done and they'll be in the quarters.
Peppers.
I almost did it. We have not picked a lower seed, any of us, in any of the first 3 brackets. Well, this is our third one. None of us have picked a lower seed. We've gone 1 through 8. I almost did it here though. I don't see Ville Platte losing in this fourth quarter. I think this is a close game, as you mentioned, VK. But I'm going to take Ville Platte to push through.
Yeah, I see a close ball game as well between the two. I do. I think it's close, but I think Ville Platte in that fourth quarter finds a way to get it done in a tough ball game against Doyle. Give me Ville Platte. All right, defending state champs, Oakdale traveling to number 4 Springfield. Will this game decide if we have a new state champion or not, VK?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be one of those. I think Oakdale's not going to be ashamed of themselves at all. I think they're going to battle all the way to the end to try to get to the quarters to have a chance to still defend their championship. But I think Springfield's experience and everything, I think they're going to do what they have to do. Close game, but I think Springfield makes the quarters in close game.
George Peppers.
A lot of superlatives. The Springfield's had an incredible year, 4 seed. You get the defending state champions in your gymnasium. Everything points to Springfield pulling this off. I'm gonna be the contrarian here. I'm gonna go with the slide, the upset. If that's an upset, by seeds it's an upset, but Oakdale's got what everybody wants, and they're gonna give Springfield trouble from quarter one to quarter four. And if they're around at the late moments of quarter four, I think they pull through. I'm gonna go with the upset, Oakdale.
Tell you what, it's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be a fight. But one team is gonna claw their way to the top and walk out of there with the victory. And I will say this: as of right now, after tomorrow, around 7:30, the defending state champions will still be defending their state championship. Give me Oakdale with the win and Springfield. Bottom side of the bracket, Westlake hosting 14 Pine, VK.
I think Westlake's going to make a statement to show that why they're the number three seed in this tournament. Give me Westlake.
George Peppers.
Pine brings the proficiency of their shooting from round one into this game. They stand a reasonably good puncher's chance to get this, but I think too much Westlake here. A fresher legs, fresher team. With the bye. I think that's too much here. Give me Westlake.
Yeah, give me Westlake as well. I think Westlake gets it done. Gina hosting Church Point, VK.
That is going to be an interesting ball game in itself. I think it's close. I think Gina has a big full quarter and gets it done.
Peppers.
The Gina Lady Giants get it done. Give me Gina to beat Church Point. Good game though.
Yeah, I'm with you, Peppers. I think it's a good game, but give me Gina as well with the win. Number 7, Mansfield hosting number 10, Red River, VK.
I think this game is, like we mentioned, this game is going to be real close. I think it comes down to the wire more than anything else. We have seen the Red River boys really making marks the last couple of years in the top 20 in Lake Charles. I think it might be the girls' time. I got Red River to get the win over Mansfield.
George Peppers.
Interesting. Coin flip, JB. I mean, just describe it that way. Um, that's another one. I was looking at the lower seed, thought about it long and hard here as we're doing the show. I'm going with Mansfield, though. I think the home side pushes through, but it will be a war.
I'm with you. I think it's a coin flip, but I'm gonna go with the home team, Mansfield, with the victory in a close ball game. All right, last one for Division 3 non-select. Probably the favorites, Oak Grove hosting 15 Winfield.
Uh, mm, too much Bradley, too much Oak Grove. Give me Oak Grove.
Peppers.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I'm with you, VK. Oak Grove. Name the number. You say that a lot for football, but I'm going to say it for basketball. Give me Oak Grove and name the number.
Yeah, Carolyn Bradley in Oak Grove. Big. Okay. Division 3 select. Let's get going with it. A meet. Big time win over Slaughter Community. Episcopal big over St. Mary's Academy. Pope John Paul II big over Homer Christian. Rapides big over Independence. Caliga New Iberia big over Sarah T. Reed. The Auburn Woods big over Calvary Baptist. North Lake Christian big over Beekman Charter. And St. Thomas Aquinas big over Ursuline. there wasn't a close ball game at all in Division III Select. Not one close ball game. Is that what surprised you, VK?
I agreed. Absolutely, not a close game at all. And first of all, uh, to St. Mary's Academy and their head coach, I would like to apologize for the comments I made last week. I was a little bit. I was really out of line of what I said, and I see y'all trying to make progress with your program and everything. So, I would like to apologize on my behalf on the statements that were made last week. But at the same time, looking at it from a distance, every one of them was one sided. I'm more surprised with a Meats performance. And I mean, they just really, really stood out. And credit Coach Pierre. It really says something that they're trying to make progress with a young team, and that's progress. Getting a 21-point win.
Let me ask y'all a question right quick. I think this is Shelby Boyle on Instagram. I think this is him. If not, then I'm wrong, but I think this is him. He asked, "Why are the up north basketball teams and the girls so much better than down south? Is it just him that has seen his turnaround? What is his size?" I disagree with it. I disagree with it. I think you see more of it right now with the lower classifications, but I think when you go upwards, I think it's a little bit different. What do y'all think?
Well, to be honest with you, like they still have we still have some talent in the South, but I ain't gonna lie, the North is starting to balance things a good little bit. Lower classifications, you do see it more. But at the same time, the programs, like I'm gonna say this: you go from Baton Rouge to Lafayette, the programs are really, really thriving. Southeast Louisiana, you got a some, but it's not what it was back in the day. And especially after Katrina, Hurricane Katrina really changed a lot of things, especially on the girls' basketball front, Southeast Louisiana. A lot. You have some programs that have emerged, but some programs that were traditional is not what it is anymore, and they really have to rebuild from the ground up. So it's a mix, and JB is right. I think on the upper level, it is more South Louisiana, but at the same time, I think the North is starting to kind of balance things out, especially on the lower side and a little bit on the upper side, just a little bit. But you know, it goes either way.
Peppers, your thoughts about that?
About the North Louisiana teams, I think it's more pronounced, like you guys mentioned, in the lower divisional territories, 3, 4. I think it's more pronounced in that aspect that the Northern Louisiana teams feel like they're a step and a half, 2 steps ahead of the counterparts of Southern Louisiana. So, yeah, I think the pronunciation in that, you know, is the thing you really marvel at, and you wonder when that balance is going to start to kick in the lower divisions. And based on round one results, South Louisiana's got some work to do.
You have it. Um, Peppers, back to you. The big time scores, nothing being close. Did that surprise you here in Division III Select?
I mean, there were a couple of games I thought would be close. I wrote down, I mentioned to you, I had written all my picks down for round one, and some I got lost in the shuffle. But there were a couple of games I thought Sarah Reed would give New Iberia a little bit better game than they did.
I think we all
To
did,
get
to be honest with you.
what's that?
I think we all did, to be honest with you.
Right, and the fact that they dropped 13 points in 32 minutes of in 32 minutes of basketball shocks me.
Gotcha.
Um, that part gets me. But other than that, the other matchups, I don't want to say nondescript because that's a really crazy word to use. I just think there were really favorable matchups for the higher seeds, the host teams, that they could really just take advantage and feast, and that's what they did. But if anything, if I'm looking, like I said, Sarah Reed, to me, I thought would play better. I don't know if they would have won, but I think they could have given a better account in that ball game and really just got pasted the way they did.
Let me ask y'all this question because there was a game, a second round game played
Right.
on
Friday.
yes, Friday. A meet who played on Wednesday traveled to Lafayette Christian on Friday and lost by 31. Do y'all agree with this game being played so fast when this game could have been played tomorrow and maybe a meet could have gotten more film, watched more film, and had more time to prepare for Lafayette Christian? VK.
I'm shocked. Very, very shocked. I'm very shocked that
A 31-point victory for Lafayette Christian, by the way. I want to get that in there.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. But I'm more shocked that Coach Pierre would take this game 2 days after they played that first round playoff game. I I don't know if it was the travel or not. Now the only issue I can look at it is they might have had an issue trying to get a bus, a charter bus or something to get over there, or problems at the school with one of the buses and transportation and all that stuff. Because sometimes they might have certain events at the school, like field trips or certain events with other teams. Because baseball has started now and all that stuff, and softball. So sometimes the transportation might be a problem if you don't have enough buses or whatever, because you look at this time of the year, you got about four or five sports going at the same time. So that could be a possibility of logistics. Is maybe the reason why they played 2 days later instead of getting the full allotment to instead of just playing that Saturday to play Monday. So I'm really, really shocked, but it had to be something behind the scenes at a meet that they had to wind up playing that game at Lafayette Christian on a Saturday, or it might
Friday. It was Friday.
Friday.
it was Friday. Oh God.
Yeah. Yeah.
So wait a
The
minute.
first round game was Wednesday.
Oh, they
and then-
played Wednesday
And
night.
then they played Friday.
They played Friday. Well, regardless of the fact, 2 days later, it's just the fact that still it had to be something behind the scenes that they had to wind up playing that game early instead of having the full allotment of time. I'm really, really shocked. Not surprised with the score, but I'm just really surprised that they played days later. I don't know why.
Go ahead, Peppers, your thoughts right quick.
In my years of watching and covering prep sports, this is a fallacy. But without on the surface, this looks just not right. But we don't know what led to this matchup being played Friday afternoon. By the way, at 4:30 tip was the tip of that game, and that was an earlier tip than Amit's first round game on Wednesday. The wheel back, the travel from Tangipahoa to Lafayette is about an hour and a half, 2 hours, about 2 hours. But I don't think that's the problem. I don't know what happened to necessitate this game already being played, but something doesn't seem right. I don't even think it's logistics. I don't know, and maybe it's a bus thing. I don't know, VK. That's a good thought, but without really knowing, I'm just stunned that this matchup has already been played. Would it have mattered in the long run if they played this game tomorrow or Tuesday or whatever the case may be? No, but the fact that this game has already been played, it's a shame for the Lady Warriors that this game was on the kickback so fast because they've had a really good season and it ends in this fashion. And it's a tough way to go, having to wheel back and play so quick. I don't like it. But again, I don't know what led to this game being played already on Friday.
I'm sure there was a reason to why. I'm
But
sure
we
there's a
don't
reason
know.
to why. We just don't know. We don't know. I mean, if a decision was made between coaches, I'm kind of like, I wouldn't have went that route. I'd have waited till Monday, more time to
Yep.
prepare. But we don't know. And then VK's one thing you didn't say. Maybe McNeese had a game that weekend, and maybe Amy stayed in the hotel because Coach Pierre's daughter plays for McNeese. Hey, we don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing an option out there. I don't know, but I'm sure there's a reason to why that game was played less than 48 hours after the game started for a meeting slaughter. So I'm sure there's a reason. We won't know the reason, but hey, it is what it is. And Lafayette Christian,
Allegedly. That's
yeah,
all I'm
yeah,
gonna say about
yeah,
that.
we don't know.
Allegedly. We don't know.
Lafayette Christian just gonna rest and wait until Thursday to get a game going against either Episcopal or Newman. So let's go to the second round. I just said Episcopal and Newman, 9 against the 8. Number 5, De La Salle will host 12, Pope John Paul II. 13, Rapides will go to number 4, Holy Savior Menard. This is the fourth time they will play in the past 2 seasons, with Holy Savior Menard winning all 3 games so far. Sacred Heart hosts Catholic of New Iberia. The Auburn Woods going to Dunham. Geo next hosting Northlake Christian, and Rose Pine hosting St. Thomas Aquinas. What intrigues you the most, VK?
I think what the most intriguing matchup is going to be, and I think it's going to be, I think Sacred Heart and Catholic New Iberia is going to be an interesting game
Okay.
because of the fact that Academy of Sacred Heart has the experience and everything to get back to Hammond, but I think Catholic of New Iberia, the way they won that first round and the way they are built, could give Sacred Heart some trouble. Could give them some trouble. That's why I said that could be very interesting.
George Peppers.
By default, and to me, it's 13-4. Repeats and Holy Savior Menard. Territorial warfare happens in round 2. Schools are with a, I don't want to say stone's throw, but they're pretty close in proximity. And you mentioned, JB, this is the fourth time in the last 2 years that they're going to play. And with Menard winning the Lady Eagles winning the first 3, will Rapides pull the upset and get their lick back in a big way here? This matchup has so much intrigue to me just because of the good neighbor policy. Well, that's going to get thrown out the window again, and this time it's a second round playoff game. I'd say it's Rapides and Menard.
I was told this I was told this was the game Rapides wanted. They wanted this game. That they are tired of losing to Holy Savior Menard, and it's the game that they want. So we'll see what happens. All right, let's pick. LC awaits the winner of Episcopal and Newman. Who you got, VK?
Close game, but I think Episcopal will pull off the win on the road.
All right, who you got, Peppers?
Seems like that's the result I'm going to go with as well. I'm going to go with the road team. Give me Episcopal. Newman gives a good account of themselves. They're fresher, but Episcopal is better at the right time. Give me Episcopal.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. Give me Episcopal as well to come down and get the win over Newman. De La Salle, Pope John Paul II. Can Pope John Paul II pull off the upset, VK?
I think Pope John Paul makes this game interesting in the first half. Pretty close, but I think Mike Mosley and his squad is going, and an experienced squad is going to make big adjustments and have a huge second half. Give me De La Salle.
Who you got, Peppers?
Give me the Lady Cavaliers to push through into the next phase of the tournament. I'll go with De La Salle as well.
Yeah, I'm going De La Salle. I think they win this ball game big. All right, here we go. Repeats. Holy Savior Menard, VK.
Close ball game, and I tell you, man, when Holy Savior Menard is at home, but I like what you said, JB, and it makes me think a lot. Rapides is sick and tired of it, and they said this is the game they wanted. I'm going Rapides to finally get it done. Rapides over Holy Savior Menard.
All right, we got George Peppers.
You say they're sick and tired. They need to bring the Pepto Bismol with them because they're going to be sick and tired again. I'll take Holy Savior Menard to win this game by double digits.
Yeah, they're gonna need some medicine like what I got. They're gonna need to take that medicine. Holy Savior Menard gets the win over Rapides once again. All right. Catholic of New Iberia coming down to play Coach Ward and her team, Sacred Heart. VK.
Close, close early, especially in the first half. I think Catholic makes this a really good game, but I think Academy of Sacred Heart has a huge second half, and they get it done. Give me Academy of Sacred Heart.
Peppers.
Give me the home team, but I think pretty comfortably. Academy of Sacred Heart, comfortable win into the quarterfinals.
Yeah, Verisco for Sacred Heart has a big game. The returning All-State player has a big game. Give me Sacred Heart over Calica, New Iberia. As we are on the bottom side of the bracket, the Auburn Woods going to Dunham, VK Jones.
The one team that you got, I think you got them in the Final Four, right?
I got Dunham. No, I got no. I have
You got
I got Sacred Heart. Sorry.
okay.
I
You
picked
got
Sacred
them
Heart.
in the quarters. Okay.
Yeah, got my quarters.
Close game against the Auburn Woods. Dunham is really, really talented. Give me Dunham.
Peppers.
Dunham.
Give me Dunham as well. All right. Geo next, North Lake Christian. I think this is gonna be a good ball game, VK.
I think this is a close ball game as well. I think this is a good game. Geo Next Generation is a team that's really, it's like they have not been open for too long, and it's big that their girls program is making a come up. I think this is year 2 or 3 of the program, and they're trying to get there. I think it's close, but I think the experience of North Lake Christian being on the stage, I think North Lake Christian gets it done in a close game.
Peppers.
I think too much experience with North Lake Christian. Where is Geo Next Generation? At the risk of sounding wild here, where are they?
I think Baton Rouge area.
Okay.
I think. I'm trying to see
Okay.
right quick while you're picking.
Well, I'm going to go with the roadside though,
Yeah, Baton Rouge.
regardless. Okay,
So
I'm going to go with the Lady Wolverines of North Lake Christian to get it done.
put some new blood in the quarterfinals. Give me Geo Next Generation over North Lake Christian. Geo Next moving on. I know y'all picked North Lake, but give me some new blood entering the quarterfinals. And VK making that look on his face. I see it, VK.
No,
Give me,
no.
yeah.
It's not at you. It's not at you. I was trying to get something straight with some information. So it's not you. I respect the pick, dude. I very much respect that pick because I think either team can win that ball game, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with new blood. I like new blood. So
And I know you do. All right. Here we go. Last one of Division 3 select before we go to a quick commercial break. Defending semifinalist team, Rose Pine hosting St. Thomas Aquinas.
Rose Pine, name the score.
All right. Peppers.
Knew you'd have to say it that once, VK. I'm in the same line of thinking. I think Rose Pine wins demonstratively, big. I'll get Rose Pine. Give me Rose Pine to push through.
And I'm gonna say the game be a little closer than what people think, but I'm gonna go Rose Pine. All right, everybody, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we're gonna finish it out. Division 2 select, non-select, and Division 1 select, non-select. Right here on the Hash It Out Show. What's up, everybody? Me and VK Jones had to come to Little Dizzy's. Yeah, well, VK, man, wasted no time, and he loved the fried chicken and the dirty rice from Little Dizzy's. Look at what I had. Yes, indeed. Oh, y'all know I love candy yams. Oh, yeah. That fried chicken was one of the best I ever had. And just like how Miss Arkisha Baquette says it, come to Little Dizzy's, where the food is always hot and it comes straight from the pot. Are you in need of a new windshield? Leo Autoglass can help. For 20 years, Leo Autoglass have been servicing the New Orleans area with windshield replacement and auto glass repair. Give them a call today, 504-301-8353. And welcome back to the Hash It Out Show. I'm your host, JB the Sports Guy. We got VK Jones and we got George Peppers. The Hash It Out Show Monday night game of the week. Girls second round action. Natchitoches Central coming down to take on the Destrehan Lady Wildcats. Game is for 6. Our tip-off will begin at 5:50. So winner goes to the quarterfinals. This is an 8 versus a 9 seed. So everybody tune in. Big time game happening on the east bank of St. Charles Parish. All right, let's get into it now. We are in Division 2 non-select. Let's go through the first round. 16 seed Lutcher over Livonia in a close ball game. Number 9 Iota gets by Bossier. West Feliciana over Cecilia. Iowa big over Franklinton. Bastrop over Lakeshore by 5. Northwest over Abbeville by 4. Plaquemine big win over Grant. Opelousas big time win over Pearl River. South Beauregard big over Franklin Parish. Albany big over Broadmoor. Bruley big over Minden. And South Terrebonne in a tough ball game over Carroll. All right, VK. Anything surprise you here in Division 2 non-select?
Big time props going to South Terrebonne. Getting the win at home against a proven Carroll program and a close one. We said the game was going to be close, and I picked the other way. And for South Terrebonne to get it done, that's huge for their girls program to really come out and get to the second round.
George Peppers.
As far as any surprises in round one of D2 non-select, mm, uh, nothing really to really say that there was a real surprise. If anything, if I'm going to nitpick, maybe Northwest winning closer than they thought against Abbeville in round one. Um, but other than that, of course, on seed, Bastrop knocking out Lakeshore, knocking the Titans out of the proceedings, could be construed obviously as an upset on seed. So, but other than that, this seemed like there was a formful first round, as has been the theme of the brackets that we have already discussed.
I know I did pick Bastrop to beat Lakeshore. I did pick that ball game, and that's if you're going by seeds, that's the only upset that happened. All right, let's get to the games that's happening tomorrow. So we got Sterlington hosting Lutcher, Iota hosting West Feliciana, Iowa hosting Bastrop, Northwest hosting Waspin hosting Northwest, North Vermilion hosting Plaquemine, South Beauregard hosting Opelousas, Albany hosting Bruley, and South Terrebonne going to Lake Charles to play Lagrange. What intrigues you out of any of these matchups, VK?
I think the Iota and West Feliciana matchup, this could go either way. So that I think that's an intriguing matchup in the second.
Peppers.
That's an easy matchup to pick. Not easy to pick, but easy to go in that direction. But the other game, I'll not to be a contrarian, but another game that has a little intrigue is Albany Bruley 7-10. I think we're looking at a fascinating second round matchup with these two schools. It should be close throughout. I think this is a scintillating second round matchup that could be very good.
I tell you what, I think Opelousas and South Beauregard is going to be a great matchup that may come down to the wire. All right, let's get to our picks for Division 2 non-select. Let's go to the top, work our way down. Sterlington, Lutcher, VK.
Lutcher's had a really, really good year and everything. Lady Bulldogs really trying to make a move in the girl side. But I think Sterlington, they're gonna prove that why to the top seed. Sterlington to the quarters.
All right, Peppers.
Sterlington. I don't want to say name the number, but I think this is a decided favorite. Give me the number one seed to go through to the quarterfinal.
I got you. Give me Sterlington as well to go to the quarterfinals. Iota and West Feliciana, VK Jones.
That is gonna go down to the wire. That's gonna be really, really, really close. but I do have West Feliciana going through to make to go to Hammond and semi. So I am gonna stick with the Lady Saints of West Feliciana.
All right. Who you got, Peppers?
The Saints are marching in. The Saints will play, and they will march on. Give me West Feliciana to take down Iota and move into the last eight.
Give me West Feliciana as well to win this ball game. Iowa and Bastrop, VK Jones.
I think Bastrop is gonna give Iowa some trouble and everything. I think this game is close, but I think Iowa has a big full quarter, pulls away, and gets the win.
Peppers.
Iowa. But the intrigue here, VK, is will JB stick to his guns and go 21-5? He did it in the first round. But I'm going to go with Iowa as well. And how about the athletics program there? Football state champions. Girls basketball has a chance to make a deep run. They effort on and they move on here. Give me Iowa to go on.
Well, I pick Bastrop again to defeat Iowa. Nah, not this time. Give me Iowa over Bastrop. All right. Northwest going to the defending state champs, the defending four-time state champs, I should say. Wasman. Who you got? VK Jones.
Well, Northwest is best for them not to stumble because this is a machine. This is the absolute machine in Wassman. I think this game is not going to even be close. Wassman big.
Peppers. Wasman. I say Wasman by 15.
You say Wasman by 15?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm going to go a little bit more than that. Give me Wasman. Give me Wasman as well. All right, bottom side of the bracket. North Vermilion, the 3 seed, hosting 14 Plaquemine, VK.
Plaquemine might I think they'll make things interesting for the 3 seed close early, but I think North Vermilion catches fire. North Vermilion to the quarters.
Peppers.
I think Plaquemine's going to hang around longer than you think, but I'm going to go with North Vermilion to pull out a mini spurt somewhere in the fourth quarter to get a little comfortable. North Vermilion to the quarterfinals.
Okay. I think it's early first half, but I think second half, North Vermilion pulls away. Give me North Vermilion. Charles Allen says Bastrop in an upset. Okay. All right, guys. Here you go. Opelousas and South Beauregard. Who you got, VK?
Close ball game in this one. Opelousas. I mean, wow, what a great year. We seen what the boys are doing this year. The girl side is doing as well. It's doing good as well this year. I like what they're doing. Close ball game, but South Beauregard has been on this stage before. I'm going with South Beauregard.
Peppers.
South Beauregard, I think they're just simply a better ball club. I think this will be a entertaining game for about almost 3 quarters, and the home team will spurt away in the fourth.
Not so fast, y'all.
Oh,
The Lady Tigers coming to South Beauregard, and they're going to claw their way to a victory. Give me Opelousas with the win to move to the quarterfinals. All right, here's another one for y'all. Albany and Bruley. VK Jones.
I think this game is close as well. Brule is going to really bring everything they got. I think it goes down to the wire, but I'm going to go with Albany by the skin of their teeth.
Peppers.
I said this was the most intriguing second round game. I think it's the best second round game. Really, with a slight upset.
I'm going to go with Albany in a close ball game. Give me Albany. All right, South Terrebonne taking a trip to Lake Charles to take on LaGrange. Is LaGrange letting people know that we are reclaiming our positions as the power once again, because this was a powerhouse at one time. VK Jones.
And I got to agree with you on that. I think Lagrange girls is going to win big, and I think they're really establishing themselves and saying that they're back as a power in girls basketball in Lake Charles. Give me Lagrange.
George Peppers.
I think they need to advance further to make that bravado statement. But they do take another step forward, taking out the Lady Gators of South Terrebonne, who've had a really good year. It ends here though. Give me Lagrange on to the quarters.
The battle of the Gators in this ball game, the Lady Gators, I should say, in this ball game. But only one Lady Gator team will advance, and that's the team from Lake Charles. Give me Lagrange moving to the quarterfinals. All right, let's go to Division Two Select, and let's go through the scores right quick. Peabody loses to Booker T. Washington Shreveport by 4. St. Michael big over Collegiate Baton Rouge. Loranja big time went over Estroma. And remember, VK, we were talking about both teams got a star player, and I said the one for Estroma would be the one that make the difference. Well,
Hmm.
I was wrong big time.
I think we both picked the Struma, so we both was wrong.
Yeah. I think we both were wrong on this one too. The Willow defeats Abramson. I think we both picked Abe to get that victory. It didn't happen. The Willow moves on. Um, David Thibodeau loses big to St. Louis. I know I picked St. Louis. I think you picked David Thibodeau, maybe.
I think I picked St. Louis in that game.
Okay. Cool, cool,
Picked St.
cool,
Louis.
cool. Hannon big over Landry. Haynes, that's Coach Bates, big win St. Charles. The game we did that you all saw with VK Jones and Coach Nunnery, Booker T. Washington defeated Glen Oaks in a close ball game. Um, Anything surprises you guys from the first round? VK first.
Uh, I'm gonna definitely say how we thought more than anything else what the Willow, how they pulled out one of the rare playoff victories in the history of that school, especially when they took over as a school the years after Katrina. And for them to get a postseason win, that is huge for them. I think the only team, I know they have other programs that have done well. I think they have a state championship program in one of those athletic programs, but I think the biggest win in the main sports history has been the boys. I think the boys had a first round victory years ago, but now the girls getting a first round victory. That is big for that program and that school, and also your cousin. I don't know if he's still the athletic director.
I don't know yet.
Okay,
Still
but
trying to get that answer.
yeah, but that's huge for them, and for them to move on. Now they have a bigger challenge if they're going to get another big victory in school history against a very tough Carver team in the second round.
Peppers. Peppers.
George,
Right here, the most intriguing second round game for me
No.
by
No. First round. We
first
saying
round.
any surprises in the first round?
surprises. St. Louis winning the way they did over David Thibodeau.
Yeah.
I think that's the one that really just jumps off the page. But 24, 19 over 14. Those games are supposed to be fashionably close. This wasn't. Um, I think and Coach O's team, Booker T, not really. I can't say nothing bad about that. That's not a surprise if that was close. Glen Oaks, I thought would give them problems, and they did. But for me, JB, I think it's easy. It's an easy call. St. Louis over David Thibodeau, the way they did it, just the fact that they won by 24 points.
Gotcha. All right. Let's go to the second round games. Madison Prep hosting Booker T. Washington Shreve. St.
Mm.
Michael goes to Northside. Buckeye will host Loranja. The Willow goes to Carver. Parkview Baptist will host St. Louis. George, put that on silent, please. Do not disturb. Vanderbilt Catholic will host Hannon. E.D. White will host Haynes. And University will host Booker T. Washington, New Orleans. Any of these matchups intrigues you, VK Jones?
Easy.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. The one that intrigues me the most is definitely Ed White Haynes. I think that's going to be a very, very good ball game. A huge test for both of these teams. Good young squads. that's looking to make a come up and try to get to the quarterfinals.
Peppers.
The easy answer for me is the Willow School in Carver, and the atmosphere at Carver is going to be really, really palpable. Outstanding atmosphere tomorrow at Carver High. I think Carver a much more established program than the Willow School, much more solid footing. But the Willow School trying to take those steps and become the next New Orleans school to be. Am I looking for elite? I think elite would be the right. Is elite the right word? Maybe so, but I think just
Becoming. I think you say becoming elite.
becoming elite would be the more accurate term at this juncture. But intriguing for me because it's New Orleans schools. It ensures that one New Orleans school will make it to the next phase.
All right. Let's get our picks. Madison Prep, Booker T. Washington, Shreve, VK.
Madison Prep is going to make a statement and showing why they're the number one seed. Give me Madison Prep.
All right. Peppers.
Madison Prep, Booker T, Washington Shreve, enjoy the trip. Madison Prep, name the score.
Give me Madison Prep as well. St. Michael going to Northside, VK.
I think that's a close ball game. It will come down to the wire. I got Northside getting to the quarters.
Peppers.
I thought about it. I thought about going 9/8, but just tugging at me a little bit. But I'm going to go with the home team as well. Give me Northside. You know what? I'm going to make this bold prediction on this game. This will go overtime. Northside, overtime winner.
Okay. Hey, give me Northside as well with the win. I got Northside. All right. Buckeye hosting Laranger, VK.
I think Laranger will make this game interesting, but I think Buckeye's experience is going to be just a little too much. Buckeye to the quarters.
Okay. Who you got, Peppers?
To shoot the basketball in a proficient fashion like Buckeye does and play solid defense. This is a formula for a team that's got a deep run in them. Remember, they made the quarterfinals last year. Then they got their hat handed to them there. We did Buckeyes second round game against Frederick Douglass last year on the road. But now Buckeye hosts a second round game. They take advantage of the hospitality. They get the win. Buckeye over Laranger.
If Laranger can play good defense and prevent the open shots, because we know Buckeye can shoot the ball, Laranger will have a shot. But I think Buckeye gets the win, and they head back to the quarterfinals. The two New Orleans schools, the Willow going to Carver, VK.
I think this game will be very, very close early, but I think the coaches and everything. I think Carver makes a lot of adjustments in the second half, and I think they take charge. I think the Carver Rams will move on to the quarterfinals.
Peppers.
There ain't much gas mileage that's going to be burned here with these two schools because they're proficiently close. Will the game be close? It may, but I think the Lady Rams pull their way through into the next phase and win. Willow School, y'all on the upcome, y'all on the up on the come up. Not yet, not yet. Give me the Lady Rams, JB Carver over the Willow.
I think Carver gets off to a fast start and don't look back. Give me the Carver Rams, Lady Rams, bottom side of the bracket. Parkview Baptist, Holy Louis, VK.
I think St. Louis will make things a little interesting early, but I think Parkview, they'll settle down, and I think Parkview moves on to the quarters.
Peppers.
I don't think it's close. I really don't. I mean, St. Louis had a fascinating first round matchup, but this is all wrong for them here. Parkview Baptist is one of the best teams, one of the favorites to win state. I think they show themselves here and get the win in a very dominant fashion.
Yeah, give me Parkview Baptist as well. Archbishop Hannon traveling to the defending state champs, Vanderbilt Catholic. VK.
I think Vanderbilt Catholic makes a huge statement win and showing that while they're the defending state champs and they'll be staying the defending state champs for the next round. Give me Vanderbilt Catholic.
Peppers.
I stepped out in our preview and I got this team into the championship. Give me the Lady Terriers to take out the Lady Hawks. Vanderbilt.
Too much Journey Johnson, too much Tiana Stewart. One of the best 1-2 combo punches in the state. Give me Vanderbilt Catholic big over Hannon. E.D. White hosting Haynes Academy. VK.
I think this game is very, very close. It goes down to the wire. And I'm gonna go with Coach Everett Bates and Haynes to pull off a close win and move on to the quarterfinals.
Peppers.
Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, Everett Bates is a great friend, great coach, and he deserves another accolade, a quarterfinal berth. I think they get it, and they pull off a, a, a famous win at Edie White.
Okay, okay. E.D. White, they have a good player on their team. A very good player.
Ah,
And I say this, if Haynes can slow her down and stop some of their possessions, get stops, Haynes got a great shot. I think this game will be close, and I think Coach Bates finds a way to go to E.D. White and get his team out of there with the victory. Give me Haynes as well, and I think that'll be their first ever quarterfinal appearance. I think this is their first ever second round appearance. So I think they'll get to the quarters, win over E.D. White. Um, Last game for Division II select Booker T. Washington, New Orleans, heading to University. VK Jones.
Well, you gotta love Coach O and also her team, Resilient Ball Club, especially led by Corey Smooth. I think they'll make it. I think they're gonna play with no fear, play no fear basketball, and be in this game early. But I think University Lab will settle down and they'll pull away, get the win. University Lab.
Peppers.
Yeah, I'll go with the Lady Cubs as well. Name the number. I think University gets it done big.
Corey Smooth, gotta have a great ball game. Kimaya Gums gotta be right there with her. And their post player, I can't remember her name. I know you said it a lot.
Richardson.
Richardson.
Sanjaya Richardson.
Sanjaya Richardson cannot get into foul trouble. They got to be on the court and they got to be dominant for them to have a chance to win this game. Coach O, know I love you, but I think University gets the job done this ball game. All right, let's go to Division One non-select as we are almost there. Walker comes to HL Bourgeois and gets the win, double digits. Natchitoches Central, 3-point win over Airline. Destrehan, big over Hornville. Sulphur, big over Barb. Terrebonne, close victory over Northwood Shreve. Harton, double-digit win over Sam Houston. Ouachita Parish, big over Ruston. Parkway, big over Fontainebleau. Salmon, 8-point victory over Benton. Denham Springs, big over South Lafourche.
Over Covington.
I'm sorry, over Covington. Thank you, Peppers.
You're welcome, sir.
South Lafourche, 1-point win over Southside, and we said that'll be a tight ball game. We said that, VK, you and I. And Mandeville goes up to West Monroe, and West Monroe beats them by double digits. Anything surprises you all from here?
Looking at these scores, the surprise to me is Walker. I mean, for them to get the deficit win that they had, especially with a new head coach, and we thought HL Bourgeois, it might be redemption time for them, but it wasn't. It was a long game, and Walker getting it done going to the second round. So that's my surprise in the first round.
Peppers.
I mean, if you're basing it on seeds, I'm going to go with Salmon eking out an 8-point win over Benton. 627. 27 is usually the bottom, the bottom of the bracket. and you're just getting a single digit victory there, there is something a little bit amiss. I'm going to go with Salmon winning closer than what projectile seedings had.
Me is stacking it Central with a 3-point victory over Airline. And you'd have
That was
thought,
another one I was looking at.
yeah, you'd have thought that'd been probably a bigger score, but man, you got to credit Airline for going to Natchitoches Central and almost walking out with the victory. So credit Natchitoches, Airline, but credit Natchitoches Central for holding on to the victory. Let's go to the second round matchups. Number one, Zachary will host Walker. That's not a long drive at all for Walker.
Mm-mm.
Natchitoches Central, they're leaving at 1 o'clock to get to Destrehan. Terrebonne going to Sulphur. Houghton going to Neville. Washita Parish making a drive to Prairieville. Parkway coming down to Salmon. South Lafourche going to Denham Springs, and West Monroe coming over to Slidell. West Monroe probably going to go I-20 through Mississippi and come down 55 to Slidell. What intrigues y'all the most? VK, you first.
JB, you hit it on the mark with the route. You're exactly right. Looking at the intriguing matchups, I think it's gonna be. It's a bunch of intriguing ones, man. I really think the
What's up, Rontre Carter?
Prairieville and Washita is going to be a very interesting matchup. A program that has been working its way for years and years and improving as a girls program against a newcomer that has really made an impact this season. I think that's going to be really, really interesting. And I think that game probably will come down to the wire more than you think.
Peppers.
There's a lot of matchups that you could say. If you want to go with intrigue based on distance travel, Parkway to Salmon is a long trip. Uh, that's going to be an interest in distance. But for me, basketball wise, it's 7-10. Denham Springs hosting South Lafourche. Denham Springs, once upon a time, was a really, really strong basketball program. Still is, but not in the elite level as they used to be.
What
South
you
Lafourche.
mean? Just 2 years ago, they played for the championship.
No, no,
Yes.
I'm saying, before that though, they were a little bit lean. That's what I was trying to say. South Lafourche though is a really good, interesting team. It's an interesting matchup. I think matchups make, styles make games, and this will be an interesting matchup for the Lady Tarpons to go to the Lady Yellow Jackets. I like the Prairieville game with Washita Parish, and I wonder how many wise guys, not us, are going to say, you know what, Prairieville, show me in the playoffs, because they've had this fascinating regular season, number three in the PowerPoints and number three in the ratings and seeds. How many people are going to try to pick the upset here? And if you're Ruston, how mad must you be? You lost to Washita in the state title game and you get knocked out in the girls' basketball playoffs. When's the lick back coming?
We'll see when it's
Wow.
coming. We'll see.
It's true.
Yeah, we're not
It
denying.
is.
It's true. All right, let's pick Zachary hosting Walker. Who you got, VK?
Zachary, not close. Zachary big.
Peppers.
The game will be longer than Walker's travel to Zachary. It's going to be a long night for Walker. Much respect to what they've done, but Zachary looks like one of those team on a mission kind of years. They're going to go on to the quarters.
Yeah, too much Ava Raymond, too much Asia Bell. Give me Zachary. All right, we're doing Destrehan and Natchitoches Central, so we're not going to pick that one. Sulphur and Terrebonne, VK.
I think Terrebonne makes it interesting early, but I think Sulphur will have a big second half and pull away. Give me Sulphur.
Okay, Peppers.
Sulphur beating their rivals to get to this game, beating Barb in round one. Terrebonne, this is an interesting matchup. They eked out a close win. I'm going with the home team, though, JB. I think Sulphur's too much at the end. I think the second half is going to tell the story. Sulphur pulls away there.
Yeah, I'm with y'all. Sulphur with the win. I don't think it's close. But this next matchup, I think it will be close. Holston and Neville, VK.
I think this game is real, real close. I think it comes down to the last couple minutes. I think Neville makes a mini run and pulls it out. Give me Neville.
Peppers.
Neville by 8. I think they win. I'm like you guys. I could see this script playing out. Ultra competitive game, but Neville pulls a spurt somewhere in that fourth quarter and gets a little bit of comfort and gets the win. I say an 8-point win will suffice here for the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, give me the Lady Tigers as well. Neville. I like that 8-point victory. I'm gonna go maybe 9 because I think they'll get fouled and make some free throws down the stretch. So
Mm.
give me the Lady Tigers and Neville. All right. Prairieville hosting Washita Parish. VK Jones.
I think this game is going to come down to the last couple minutes and everything. It's going to be really, really close. Prairieville will win by the skin of their teeth.
By the skin of their teeth. All right. Peppers.
Interesting. Interesting analogy. I disagree with the analogy. I agree with the pick. Prairieville by 12.
Yo, VK Jones. Prairieville, and a tough one. A tough one. It's something about Washita right now. And we saw it with football. These late runs and they get hot and we look like the best team in the state. Not saying these girls' team is the best team in the state, but I think they about to give Prairieville all they can handle. Give me Prairieville by the skin of their teeth as well, VK. I think we're on the same page with this one. Prairieville by the skin of their teeth.
Because you have to think about it. JB, you're right
Yeah, they go
about
that
the
phrase, George Peppers. They go that
Mm,
phrase, George
I
Peppers.
know. I know. I say less. I already know.
Oh, go
What's
ahead,
that?
VK.
No,
Man.
we're on the same page, GB, because yeah, Washita got hot.
Side Jeffin.
Football
JB.
team. Whatever. But it's
It's all
like that.
love, man. Stop it.
Yeah, okay. Washita, like we mentioned, is a hot team. But then on top of that, Prairieville, it's a good bit of pressure. First ever playoff game and first ever home playoff game.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? That's gonna be the question. And I
Listen,
think Prairieville will pull it out, but this is by far I always say a team is in who's in the playoffs for the first time, and I learned this in my 20 years. That first game is always the biggest test because you got pressure on you because you got to get that first ever win. You at home on the road, can you step it up? Especially when adversity comes in your face. So that is gonna be, I really think Prairieville will pull it out, but Washita, man, it's going to give Prairieville hell.
oh, jeez. Oh, man. Just thinking. I hear the analogies that you're giving, and it makes a lot of sense, but I'm going to steal yours now. You got to think about it. All right. I'm like this, though. Yeah, Prairieville's hearing all this and like, there's doubt. There's still doubt. This is the ultimate shot to say, put the boot, where, and show out tomorrow. And don't forget, that's not exactly an easy drive for Ouachita Parish to get down there. Prairieville's what near on the Baton Rouge area.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not an easy drive. So I think all that with being considered, Prairieville's hearing the scuttlebutt about what you like VK. And look, it's legit. It's legit. The questions, but I just think, man, these girls are special. They have really done a lot of superlative things, and now it's the time to shine when the lights are brightest. They see the opportunity. They're going to seize the opportunity. They're going to embrace it. And look, we all think they're going to win. I just think we disagree on the analogy. Me and you guys. You two say it's going to be close. I say Prairieville wins it comfortable. We'll see how it plays out.
All right, moving on, guys. Parkway traveling to Salmon, VK.
I think the game is really, really close. I think this comes down to the wire. Salmon trying to look to get back to the big stage. It's been a while. for the Salmon Lady Spartans. They've been in the playoffs, but not been in that quarterfinal, semifinal thing. It's been a while since they got to the state championship years ago and lost to Warren Easton. So it is going to be close. And whew, it's a hard pick because Salmon has been outstanding this year. Parkway is real young, but they're playing good at the right time. I'm gonna go with the Spartans. This close.
All right, who you got, Peppers?
I'll take Salmon. I think Parkway gives a good showing here, even with the adversity of the long road trip. I think they're going to show up and they're going to effort their way through. But I just feel like the Lady Spartans are going to be a little too much. There's a spurt somewhere where the legs get a little heavy for Parkway, and I think the Lady Spartans get it done.
I'm gonna make this bold statement. The winner of this game will go to Hammond. The winner of this game goes to Hammond, in my opinion.
Watch that little Dizzy says no.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Ooh.
We'll see.
Ooh.
But Parkway, the Finish State champions, new head coach, Salmon trying to get there. And y'all know I picked Salmon to get to Hammond. And I'm still rocking with Salmon. Give me Salmons in a close ball game. This could be a tight ball game. Winner of this game to me is going to Hammond. All right, moving along. Denham Springs hosting South Lafourche. VK.
Close ball game indeed. I think this comes down to the wire. I think the Yellow Jackets of Denham Springs moves to the quarterfinals.
Peppers.
Denham Springs, the Lady Yellow Jackets, looking to replicate the successes of a couple of years back. Takes a step in doing so, but in a gut wrenching fashion. This is going to be close. I like Denham Springs though to pull it off.
Okay. You know what? Y'all saying close. Not me. I think Denham Springs big. Big over South Lafourche. Give me Denham Springs. All right, move on. West Monroe coming down to Slidell.
West Monroe might make things interesting early, but I think Coach Twilly and her team is going to settle down and handle business and show why they're the number 2 team going into this tournament. Give me Slidell.
All right. Who you got, Peppers?
We had Coach Twilly on our show last week.
Yeah.
And she made some statements on our show last week that got me to thinking. This is a team playing with purpose. They are playing together. There's not great superstars on this team. It's a collection of good players. And that's what's key. I think they run West Monroe back to West Monroe out of the gym by whatever number they want. I think Slidell wins this game in a very decisive manner.
I think Slidell has too many weapons for West Monroe. You know, I said West Monroe probably game plan is to just probably double team Alana Benoit and make the others win. Alana Benoit averaged well over 20-something points a game. Mandeville only scored 38 that game. So I think that's probably what's their game plan for West Monroe. I think it worked. But it's too many to cover this game, from Madison Parker to Peyton Rowbottom, Skylar Polk, Siani Williams, Janiyah Ducre. It's too many. It's too many. It's pick your poison. Give me Slidell Lady Tigers with the victory. All right, guys, we have one more to do, and we are done for the night. Division I Select. Let's get into it. Hammond went up to Lafayette and got a big time victory. 52-44. Chappelle. What I picked Karen Crow to upset. They shut me up. Chappelle over Karen Crow 45-30. Alexandria only an 8-point game, 8-point victory over Mount Carmel. Woodlawn and Baton Rouge over Edna Carr. St. Thomas More over Southwood. I know VK picked Southwood in that ball game. Ponchatoula big over Ben Franklin. Big. Tioga over East Jefferson. I said East Jefferson would go to Tioga and get the victory because Tioga had to show me, and yeah,
they did.
Yeah.
in
They
a
did.
very bad fashion,
Oh
isn't it?
boy, did they, man.
Mm-hmm.
They said that JB the sports guy, he don't know nothing. We gonna show him. Yeah, y'all
BTA,
sure
huh,
did.
JB?
Wait, what?
BTA.
Wait, hold on now.
That's what Tioga's gonna doing to you.
And then they ain't do that to me. They ain't do it to me. Now hold on. They ain't play
No, they
me.
did it to East Jeff, but they I think secretly said, "Yeah, we gonna get that JB the sports guy." That man don't know what he's talking about.
Mm.
So yeah, big time with
Just kidding.
Tioga in there. I know.
Oh,
And Liberty big over Dominican. Any surprises in your eyes, VK?
Well, you look at and taking a look at it, Hammond getting the win on Lafayette by 8 points, and they really proved that they were a better team in a nip and tuck game to pull that thing out. And I really think, Hammond was determined, and they went up there against a young Lafayette team and got it done.
All right, Peppers.
not that they won, but the margin of victory. Woodlawn by 17 over at Nakar. The precipitous fall of Etna Car from last year, where they were really, really good. You know, the slight step back was more than a slight step back with the way this result came out. Not that Woodlawn won the game, but the fact that they dominated that game, 17-point win. That to me was a little bit like, whoa, okay, what's going on?
Okay, definitely. Me, it's the margin of victory for Alexandria with Mount Carmel. I thought it would have been some more double digits for sure. Didn't think single digits, so that's what surprised me. All right, second round matchups. Here we go. John Curtis hosting Hammond. Chappelle going to Captain Shreve. Acadiana hosting Alexandria. Huntington hosting Woodlawn and Baton Rouge. That is a state championship rematch right there, the 13 and
Yep.
14. St. Joseph hosting St. Thomas More. Scotlandville hosting Ponchatoula. Boy, Scotlandville is so young. So many freshmen playing. This game here gonna say a lot. Turlins hosting Tioga, and then Liberty going to Riverdale. I got a feeling we're gonna talk about that for a few minutes, Liberty and Riverdale. But let's talk about what intrigues you the most, VK.
I think the last one you just said, Liberty and Riverdale. I think
Hmm.
this is a hot matchup for this second round. And this is going to be interesting to see what happens because the biggest factors are this. Liberty has been there, done that. Riverdale, how they can handle success, especially at the number 2 spot.
All right. George Peppers.
You're right. We're going to talk about this game for a couple of minutes, but I'm going to go to another matchup. At least for not to be contrarian, but I think the other matchup that we may be talking about here, we are going to talk about it a little more, is Ponchatoula Scotlandville. You mentioned Scotlandville is so young, freshman, littering the court, and Ponchatoula's got skins on the wall. They've had the great teams over the last few years with Alyssa Hillard and all that. Um, I know I picked Ponchatoula to go a long way in these playoffs. And whatnot, and they've gotten the matchup they wanted. Let's see if Scotlandville shows up. I mean, not shows up, but how do they handle those lights feeling just a touch brighter now? And playing a team with the resume of Ponchatoula, can they handle it? That is the intrigue for me in round 2.
All right. Let's start the picks for round 2. Let's get
Let's.
into it. Let's do it. John Curtis, Hammond, VK.
John Curtis, great run for Hammond. Great run for Hammond, but it ends right there. John Curtis.
Peppers.
Team on a mission. They know their season ended too quickly last year. Lady Patriots, big.
you saying Curtis season ended too early, meaning by them not getting to the championship game.
Right, right.
Okay, I got you.
Because they were the perceived favorite to get there and win it,
Yep.
and they didn't get the job done. I don't want to use WWE logic and say Cody Rhodes finished the story, but it kind of feels a little bit like they got to right the wrong from last year, and it starts here against Hammond.
Okay. Yeah, Curtis big. This won't be close. Credit for Hammond for a great season, but yeah, when you got Bailey Timmons, Cassandra Nelson, Jayla Alberts, Denia Williams, it's too much. It's too much across the board. Give me Curtis. Chappelle going to Captain Shreve, VK.
Captain Shreve and Chappelle could be a close game early, but I think a huge full quarter. Captain Shreve pulls away. Captain Shreve goes to the quarters.
Peppers.
Look at the other two archdiocese schools that play with Chappelle: Mount Carmel and Dominican. Neither of them were competitive in their first round games, both getting beat by double figures, and um, Chappelle handling business. But the long road trip will do them in. I mean, they're a fascinating group, Chappelle, but I think Captain Shreve gets it done pretty in a go away fashion.
Yeah, I'm with Captain Shreve. I think halftime close, and after that, Captain Shreve just starts to pull away. Give me Captain Shreve over Chappelle. Acadiana hosting Alexandria. VK.
Close ball game, but Acadiana, and I've been hearing who's at Acadiana right
You
now, and
better
they
be
keep
hearing who's
going.
at Acadiana. You better be hearing.
There you go, that you better. Okay, whatever.
Nah, I'm just saying he's
Oh,
a big
I know,
time name coach.
I know. We know that. We know that, and he's doing a great job. The former head coach over at Walker, who's taking over this program and putting this program and getting them on this stage. And I like Acadiana in this ball game. Big fourth quarter to get it done.
Peppers.
I'm with you. I got Acadiana too. Alexandria won't disgrace themselves, but I just feel like Acadiana overwhelms them at some point in the third quarter and gets that separation.
Alexandria last year was a quarterfinal team. We did that quarterfinal matchup when they came down and played John Curtis. This year, I don't see them get them back. I don't, and I don't think this game is close. I think Acadiana by double digits. Corey Arnold, man, he has done a fabulous job his first year at Acadiana. I mean, I didn't see this happening in his first year. I saw it happening within a couple years, but not his first year at Acadiana.
Mhm.
And here they are hosting a home game. I got Acadiana going to the quarters. I mean, you look at some of the players that they have in Brooklyn White, um, Jayla Camouche, and Isaiah Lede. That's three freshmen. That's three freshmen. We better talk about Acadiana for some years, people. Three freshmen. And then Destiny Fondong is a sophomore. I mean, man. And mostly it's a 7-player rotation that Corey Arnold is going with for Acadiana. Acadiana, double digits over Alexandria. They move to the next round. And Corey Arnold just done he's done, man, just what can you say? Like literally, what can you say about what Corey Arnold has done at Acadiana? That's all I'm gonna say.
He's
Go ahead, VK.
he is awesome. Okay, he is awesome. Corey Arnold is awesome. The biggest thing now for Corey Arnold, he's got to get a state title. That's the
That's the
only thing.
only
One,
thing.
he's won tremendously. One of the highest winning percentages in the state of Louisiana, but without a title. And I know he's going to get one eventually. He will get one eventually.
All right, moving on. Woodlawn, Huntington State Championship rematch, VK.
Oh, should be an interesting rematch in itself. Could be close early, but I think the defending state champions is going to stand tall. Give me Huntington.
Peppers.
This would be the ultimate catchback for Woodlawn, wouldn't it? losing the state championship to Huntington last year, now going into their gym and saying, you know what, y'all can live on last year. We trying to get this upset. With all that being said, I think Huntington's gonna be a little too much, and Huntington gets it and gets the job done.
And that Huntington Acadiana matchup looks so good for Thursday night. Oh man, that's take my money right there. Yeah, I got Huntington. I think Kendall Graham for Huntington will be a little bit too much for Woodlawn. So give me Huntington getting another victory over Woodlawn. Bottom side of the bracket. St. Joseph hosting St. Thomas More.
I think St. Joseph's is going to show why they're the 3 seed. St. Joseph's big.
You got St. Joseph's big over St. Thomas More.
Yes.
Okay. Peppers.
I'm gonna go with St. Joseph's as well, but there's a quarterfinal there, St. Joseph's, and if the team that's in our next game wins it, that would be potentially maybe we can do that game. Just throwing it out there. If that
How we,
matchup happens,
how we
I'll
gonna
take
do it?
St. Joseph's though, for the argument's sake.
How we gonna do it? We traveling. We traveling to St. Joseph.
That's in New. Oh wait, that's not New Orleans. I don't know what the heck. Maybe. Oh, never mind. Goodness gracious, George! It is Sunday. Um, you would- you talk about going to watch Huntington and Acadiana, and that's longer.
I didn't say I was going there.
No, you said take my money.
I said take my money, but that doesn't mean I'm going there. It's a
Means you have to
matchup.
show up in the gym.
It's a
It's
matchup. It's
it's
a matchup I want to see. That's all.
it's a phrase. It's a
I
Yeah.
know.
phrase.
I know what it is. You got to think about it though. I mean, just saying. But I got St. Joseph's.
All right. Uh, I don't have St. Joseph's.
Ooh.
I got St. Thomas More coming there and walking out with the victory. Give me St. Thomas More to the quarters.
Interesting.
Ooh, Lord.
Stepping out, VK.
Yeah, you know what that means. If
Means
they put
somebody gonna look bad in a day's time.
yeah, but then on top of that, that means another team could have an opportunity to be at home for the quarters.
You already know.
That's going to depend on this next game.
Correct.
All right. Next game. Ponchatoula, Scotlandville, VK Jones.
Scotlandville probably the youngest team in the state and a whole. And I tell you one thing: you talk about Acadiana has got a great future. What about Scotlandville?
Yeah.
My goodness, man!
No
You
doubt.
talk, that is going to make girls basketball. It's already good, but it's going to be a lot more better. These programs with these young teams going to be coming up and building for years to come. I mean, it's going to be some competition for teams like Curtis and stuff like that because these teams are going to continue to improve. Scotlandville has a good freshman that averages 20 points a game.
Yeah.
And I tell you, man, big shout out to Black House Sports who covered them majority of the season. This team thrives in close games. It's going to be a close one at home, but I think the experience of Coach Landesh and that Ponchatoula team is going to get it done. Ponchatoula close.
Peppers.
Got Ponchatoula going further than this. Why am I changing my mind now? I'm not. Give me the Lady Green Wave to get through into the next phase. And I'll say this. Ponchatoula wins the quarterfinal against either or St. Joseph's or St. Thomas More.
You know, I got Ponchatoula in the semis. But man, I looked at Scotlandville. Someone told me to look at them, and man, this is not going to be easy
At
at
all.
all.
No.
Not at all.
Mm-mm.
The winner of this game is going to Hammond. I truly believe it. The winner of this game is going to Hammond. Can they limit the amount of points to Skylar Washington? And that's the freshman. That's the main thing. You're not gonna stop her, but can you limit? Can you prevent her from scoring a lot of points? If they can do that, they'll have a shot to beat Scotlandville. Everybody, this is gonna go down to the wire. Devasia for Ponchatoula, cannot think of her last name, but she's their post. She has to have a big game. They got some shooters off the bench. They got to make some plus shots. Ponchatoula. I'm going to stick with the team I said that gets to Hammond, and that's Ponchatoula. Give me Ponchatoula over Scotlandville. But if Scotlandville wins, I will not be shocked. I will not be surprised. And like I said, the winner of this ball game is going to Hammond, in my opinion. Move on down. Turlings and Tioga. VK Jones.
I think game is close throughout the game and everything, but I think the Lady Rebels Turlings Cadillac pulls away in the fourth quarter, gets the course.
Peppers.
Tioga was inspired by you fading them in round one.
Yeah.
Will they be inspired again? It depends on who you pick. Because if you pick the other team, I might have to change my pick. But for now, I'm not going to say for now, but I'm going to go with the Rebels, the Lady Rebels as well. I think the Lady Indians are going to show up and play a really competitive game. It's 10-7. Should be a heck of a ball game, but I think Turlings Catholic gets the win. I say they win by 6.
You said they win by 6. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I got Turlings going to Hammond as well. Because I said this bottom part of the bracket to me was wide open, especially the bottom. Tioga tried to shut me up. They may shut me up again. I don't know. But give me Turlings over Tioga. Give me Turlings. And now we get to the bottom of the last one. Liberty against Riverdale. VK Jones.
You got to watch that, brother. Ooh, you got to watch that, dog. Oh man, I think this is going to be a very good game. This comes down to the wire in the fourth quarter. Can Riverdale handle the success? Can they handle being a top 2 seed? They're at home throughout. It's going to be close. I think Liberty is a really good athletic team. Very good team. They're going to give Riverdale a hard time. But also, can Liberty stay consistent? There's sometimes they have lapses, and some of those lapses cost them some games. And I can tell you one thing: it comes down to the wire. But I think the Rebels of Riverdale gets by Liberty because I think if Liberty gets on those lapses, I think Riverdale is going to take advantage. I got Riverdale close.
George Peppers.
To VK's point about the lapses about Liberty, here's the thing that Riverdale does so well. We saw them play against Bonneville, and defensively they smother you. They really do. They force turnovers, they pressure the basketball, and they get out on the open floor. The thing that concerns me a touch, and Charles Allen, I know you're in here. That district wasn't very good. Look at the first round of the playoffs. Look who Tioga wiped out in round 1. East Jeff District, a rival of Riverdale. Beat them pretty bad by 38. I don't think Turlings does that. I do think if there's a lapse, in that game, if you're right, VK, it'll be at the wrong time. And Coach Burke and the Lady Rebels find a way and push on to the quarterfinals. It's a superlative opportunity at home. They've had a tremendous year. Coach Burke is an outstanding coach at Riverdale. They've got a great future ahead of them. The future might be now. It might be now. They can win this game. I think they beat Liberty.
Okay, it's my turn.
Man, say watch your mouth before you talk, JB. So Charles Allen.
Yeah,
I know.
Coach Valencia Wilson has been here before. She's been there before. I don't know if she won a state title. VK would know better than I would, but I know she got to the semis against Curtis, and that was a tight ball game to the fourth quarter. Curtis just pulled away 2 years ago when Curtis won the state championship. They hit a brick wall for a second, but things are looking up for Coach Valencia Wilson and her crew again. And they got the win over Dominican by double digits. Now they go play a more athletic team in Riverdale. Coach Burke has done a fabulous job. In her second season, only one loss. One loss. That's not easy to do, period, for any team. One loss. And she got the 2 seed. But now she's facing a team that's been there, done that. Her squad, they got to the second round last year. Had to go to Alexandria. And they came up short. This year, Riverdale is hosting a home game. They have playoff experience. For some reason, some kind of way, it's going to come down to the fourth quarter with somebody taking the last shot. I don't know which team it's going to be, but when it's all said and done, Coach Burke is going to bend over with her hands over her face. She's going to rise up, take a deep breath, and throw a fist. Riverdale gets a 1 or 2 point victory over Liberty and goes to the quarterfinals. Give me Coach Burke and her squad, Riverdale Lady Rebels, ladies and gentlemen.
You can breathe now, Charles Allen.
So what I said earlier, Liberty over there, was not what I meant to say. But I'm sure Charles is gonna keep me updated with the scores. But text me, let me know what's going on, because I'm intrigued.
Yeah,
in
your
that
phone's
matchup
gonna
right
have
there.
some buzzing going on tomorrow
Yeah, it will. It
for
will.
sure.
Definitely. All right. So before we get out of here, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow we have Destrehan versus Natchitoches Central. Monday night game of the week. We're gonna start off with that at 5:50. Tip off at 6 o'clock. So tune in, watch that ball game. We're back here Tuesday. We're gonna have Coach O, the head coach of Booker T. Washington Lady Lions, joining us because she supposed to join us last week. Couldn't do it. She's gonna join us Tuesday. And Coach Blanche, the head coach of the West St. John Lady Rams, is going to join us as well Tuesday. And we're going to talk about the boys brackets on Tuesday. Wednesday, we'll talk about the girls quarterfinal matchups and going over, the second round. And we're going to I'll let VK tell us who we're supposed to have on Wednesday.
I'm working to get some confirmation. We're going to have Loyola University basketball on as our guest. We're going to have the girls coach, the women's coach, Kelly Kennedy, and then the men's head coach of the Loyola basketball team. Both teams having great seasons, and I believe Loyola's men and women are 2 seeds going
Loyola girls
into
are the
the.
1 seed.
All the Loyola girls are the 1 now.
Yep.
Yeah, they're the 1 seed.
Okay, I was making sure because they did lose a couple weeks ago. So, you know what I'm saying? But they still held on to the 1. So that's
Yeah.
amazing there. So Loyola's the 1, and the men's side, they're 2, I believe. 2 or 3, one of the 2. So we'll have Kelly Kennedy, and we'll have the men's coach of Loyola's basketball team as well, working on it to get it confirmed for Wednesday night.
Definitely. And then come tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow. Sorry. Well, definitely come tomorrow. But for Thursday and Friday, we will try to have a girls' quarterfinal game, and Friday we will have a boys' first round game. So that's the plan. Once we know who wins for the girls, we'll get on it, and then once the brackets come out for the boys, we'll get on it right away of which game we want. So that's the lineup for this week. Tomorrow, that's right. Natchitoches Central girls second round. Show Tuesday and show Wednesday. And a game Thursday, girls quarterfinals, and a game Friday, boys first round playoffs. George Pepper's last words.
Great show tonight. Giving you in-depth previews of round 2 of the state playoffs. Interesting selections. Majority of them were chalk. We took a few shots, underdogs, but looking forward to this week. Tomorrow night, Destrehan, Natchitoches Central at Destrehan. Should be a wild atmosphere down there. Great atmosphere. Those River Parish schools do it right. As far as, true home court, yeah, it's going to be big. And Natchitoches Central, with their propensity of what they do, it's a proving ground for them. It's going to be a fascinating matchup. We'll look at this, obviously, Enrique, I'm glad you mentioned Loyola because that school needs a lot of rub. The women have been so consistent for such a long time, and Kelly Kennedy's one of the best coaches in the state of Louisiana at any level. I think she's that coach. And then Loyola's man, the facilitator is the man from Shaw, Cam Johnson. That he is that dude for them, and he has facilitated a big kickback for Loyola. This year, and I think they're the two in their conference tournament coming up. Both teams have shots to make the national tournament. Loyola won their way to it last year. The men, remember, because they were the 5 or the 6, I think, last year in the
Yes.
conference tournament. They had to effort their way to get it. They did. Let's see if they could go back to back. Looking forward to that Wednesday night. And then I do have some ideas about the quarterfinals Thursday. You mentioned the ladies quarterfinals Thursday. I do have a couple of ideas, but again, this is all predicated on one thing: what happens on the court tomorrow night. And then the boys bracket, we preview some Tuesday. Tuesday we preview the boys, or Wednesday.
Boys Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Have some interesting matchups to talk about for sure. Maybe some upsets. You guys have to stay tuned. So, great show tonight, and we topped off a great day. With of course, how can you not talk about today and not think about the U.S. winning gold in Milan today in ice hockey? Great, one of the best sports stories of the year, 2026 thus far. That game today.
BK.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, I tell you, man, great show tonight. The U.S. winning that gold medal on the men's side, probably one of the best runs ever for the U.S. in the Winter Olympics. Besides the Summer Olympics, a lot of things has happened. A lot of things has changed. First gold medal since 1980. Wow, that says a lot. More like when St. Aug got to the Dome first time in '79. Now the next big thing has got to happen. The U.S. soccer team has got to win the World Cup. That's the next thing that's got to happen now.
It does, but it won't.
As in historic kind of things. It won't happen. It won't happen now, but it's gonna have to happen down the line because a lot of things are toppling now, as in historic kind of moments. So the next moment's gonna be that, but not now. But regardless of the fact, man, good show tonight. Tomorrow, JB, you the man. You're gonna have to handle things tomorrow. He's gonna be making the call of the ball game. I have an assignment tomorrow. I will be at UNO doing the BRCC versus Southwest Mississippi ball game. They're playing a neutral site game at Privateer Park for 4 o'clock. So I'll be doing that tomorrow on TSBN. Maestri Field. Well, Maestri Field. Sorry about that. But
You're good.
that's where the game will be at tomorrow for 9 innings. So I will be there. JB's gonna handle business. I had to held it down last week. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying. I think I did it. I did a real good job. And now JB, I got it from him. You know what I'm saying? So I know he's gonna handle his business tomorrow, and he's gonna call a really good game. Be patient with my guy, but I think we're gonna have a great ball game tomorrow. Even one of our cohorts, one of our people said that we probably might have the best game out of everybody tomorrow. So we will see about that. We're gonna have a good week in the Hash It Out show, and we thank you for your support.
For VK Jones, Joe's Peppers. I hope tomorrow I do feel a little better when I call this game. My voice be much better, I hope. But I'm JB the sports guy. Hope I have enough energy to even get there. But I'm JB the sports guy. We'll see you tomorrow. Destrehan, Natchitoches Central. Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all take care. Did you experience storm damage from Hurricane Francine? Barreto Home Solutions can help. You can give them a call at 504-940-7552.
At Bayou AV Security, we are your one-stop shop for all your needs, whether it's enhancing your home entertainment system, securing your property, ensuring a seamless internet connection, or illuminating your outdoor spaces. We've got you covered. Bayou AV Security, where technology meets reliability. Call us today to experience the Bayou difference.
JFK Martial Arts offers a wide variety of martial arts programs for kids, teens, and adults as they empower lives through martial arts. Please give them a call at 985-266-0664, and don't forget to ask about their 1 week. Hey parents and coaches, want your young athlete to go far on and off the field? Kumon of Gretna is the place for you. Whether it's reading plays or calculating scores, early literacy and math skills teach focus, discipline, and decision making. Give your student athlete the edge. Start early, start smart at Kumon of Gretna.
If you're looking for the best pizza in Metro New Orleans, then you're in the right place. Moe's Pizza has a great selection of Italian food that can satisfy your appetite, and they can also cater to your needs in any event. Give them a call at 504-341-9650 or log on to www.moespizzanola.com, located at 1112 Avenue H in West Wego, Louisiana. Moe's Pizza, Italians do it better.
If you ever need help with 401k services, fiduciary services, or executive benefits, then Jeremy Callaghan of CoSource Financial Group is the guy to see. You can reach him at 337-606-9860. Thank you for watching the Hash It Out show. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.